Left jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best, you gotta show me son. Actions over words, baby boy, is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
Yo, once again, thanks for tuning in. You're listening to World Combat Sports, man. Hey, I'm a little bit I'm a little bit under the weather. No big deal, whatever. Get some Southern home remedies or whatever the case. First of all, salute to the WCS supporters, man. I appreciate all y'all do for the channel, tuning in. If you choose to donate, the Cash App is up there. And also salute to the ones that's in the workforce today. You know what I'm saying? We head into the holidays. Hopefully everyone is able to provide for their family, their kids, all that shit, loved ones, friends. Man, salute to the ones in the workforce, getting it in, especially with the holidays coming up like Christmas. You got kids and everything else. That's a priority, You're looking at the thumbnail, man. You know what it is. Who the F is Destiny Black? We're going to get on that. We're going to get on that, shawty. Because, I was basically frolicking through the alleyways of the YTC, and I ran across a live. And even though the title was enticing, I was like, nah, I'm gonna sit this out. I'm chill, because I said to myself, I said, man, fuck it. I'm not gonna entertain it because it's gonna be the same shit over and over again, right? So I want you to take a listen. And let me put the disclaimer out there, because cats be getting their feelings and all this other shit. They be thinking shit personal. Look, disclaimer. This is nothing more than, just basically speaking on the situation itself. You know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking on the situation itself. All right. This has nothing to do with the host of the channel and anybody else that was on the panel. But I just want to highlight this YouTube voice named Destiny Black, who I don't know. I never had a conversation with her. But check this out. Check this out.
That's not on the elite level. So he can do that.
And you said that Errol Spence could fight Virgil Ortiz?
Yes.
You said that?
Yes.
And then you saying he has 2 belts. He's unified at 147. Who else has been unified at 147? He ain't do nothing special. Nobody having 2 belts.
Nobody said he did anything special. What I do know is this, though, and let me tell you some more facts. Errol Spence put more asses in the seat than Bud Crawford.
Oh, here we go with the popularity bullshit. This is why I like to have this conversation. Here we go with the popularity bullshit.
I'm not finished.
Did you hear what just happened? Damn. Let's run that back again. Shout out to Knockout Boxing. I have to shout out. I have to cite his live for this panel or whatever. But it was a panel. You had everything boxing. You had Coach, another guy named Kev, I guess, and Destiny Black on this channel. Let's go back and listen to this again.
Are we in fucking high school, y'all? Are we in high school, sir?
That's not on the elite level.
Let's look at this again.
That's what he was doing before he fought Sean Porter. He fought a bunch of motherfuckers that's not on the elite level. So he can do that.
And you said that Errol Spence could fight Virgil Ortiz?
Yes.
You said that?
Yes.
And then you saying he has 2 belts. He's unified at 147. Who else has been unified at 147? He ain't do nothing special. Nobody having 2 belts.
Nobody said he did anything special. What I do know is this, though, and let me tell you some more facts. Errol Spence put more asses in the seat than Bud Crawford.
So here we go with the popularity bullshit. This is why I like to have this conversation. Here we go with the popularity bullshit.
Listen, man. Oh my God. Listen. That's the same shit I be saying. Dog, that shit was hilarious. I can't tell you how many minutes I laughed at that shit. She's absolutely right. There we go again with the popularity bullshit. This is high school shit. It was so funny, man. Coach, you cannot continue to retread just because you're in the company with the same. Y'all Errol Spence fans can't continue to retread this shit. She literally shut down anybody that was on the panel talking those numbers. She said, here we go with the popularity. See, that's why I don't like talking about this shit. I agree with her. That shit was hilarious. See, when I said it's male against male, testosterone clash and collision course and all this shit. But let's go on after this. Listen to the reaction.
Oh my fucking God. This is high school shit. Oh my God. Mr. Popularity. You got it. He is Mr. Popularity. We got it. He is popular. He's the most popular nigga on planet Earth.
She said he's the most popular nigga on planet Earth. Oh my God, man. Hey, shout out to Destiny Black for shutting it down. For real. For shutting it down. God damn. Oh my God. She was in there throwing trash cans like the old World Wrestling Entertainment. She was just came in the room throwing damn trash cans and shit, man. For real. That shit was absolutely on the motherfucking point, y'all. She's on the Mr. Popularity. We understand he's the most popular nigga on planet Earth. Oh my God, that shit was a classic, dog. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. It made my day the other day because these niggas keep talking about the same shit. And here it go, Destiny sitting up there. I've seen her at other boxing panels and boxing topics, but what she said had an extreme amount of merit to it, y'all. You talk about butts in the seats, but you don't have the documents to prove it. Let's keep listening.
Can we just talk about boxing? Popularity.
No. I know.
This is Gary Childish shit I'm talking about. This shit is mad fucking childish.
So since
fucking popularity.
God damn.
Like you said, right? And
First of all, let me ask you this question. Did you hear anything? Did you hear any one of them cats on the panel responding to that shit? Like, that's why I don't deal with numbers. I don't pocket watch. You know what I'm saying? She say this shit is mad fucking childish. She's 1,000% right. I was talking about this shit on another live the other day, right? And I was saying how the YouTube community continue to retread scenario based and push narratives out there that consist of opinions. That's it. It's opinionated narratives that's out there. She called it childish. Absolutely agree 1,000%. This shit is childish when it comes to trying to making this fight. Putting butts in the seat isn't going to make this fight because you're not breaking Floyd Mayweather numbers, dog. You're not even breaking Evander Holyfield Tyson numbers. Why do cats continue to talk about Errol Spence? Whoever that cat Kev. What did Kev say? You act like Errol Spence done did something special. He wasn't the only unified champion. He was right. They act like he has a WBC and IBF like Keith Thurman didn't have the WBC and the WBA. Let me continue.
And Crawford, he's out there in the cold. He don't got no options. The way I see it, right? I'm looking at now. I know you're gonna say all the negative stuff about this man, right? Which is true. He haven't been fighting. He had injuries. You know I'm coming from with Keith Thurman. Yeah, he has a lot of shit going on. And Bud Crawford's like, yo, let's make this fight now. And he's like, no, we can do this in 8 months. He said, all right. So now When this man has this fight,
hold up for a second.
Her say that no, I'm not.
Oh my fucking god! This is high school shit. Oh my god!
You got it.
He is Mr. Popularity. We got it. He is popular. He's the most popular nigga on planet Earth.
Man, look, that is the most incredible soundbite to this date when it comes to this Errol Spence Terrence Crawford shit. For real, that's the most ultimate soundbite. That's the soundbite of the motherfucking year right there. We get it. He's the most popular nigga on planet Earth, dog. When it comes to these numbers, when people continue to refresh and refresh and refresh, copy paste the same motherfucking information, you get responses like this. I salute whoever she is, Destiny Black. I salute you for standing your motherfucking square on this panel and talking that hot shit. I salute her. Because that shit made my day. It was her. Dude, you don't know how funny that shit was. I was in another group and I was playing this soundbite, man. I swear to God, everybody was damn laughing about it because it's refreshing, copy and paste the same shit. You have every right to be absolutely wrong. That's what you're doing when you keep on continue to talk about butts in the seats. Y'all niggas don't know the numbers, the true numbers. Let me try to find the other part that was very solid what she mentioned. Hold on.
Can we just talk about boxing? Popularity.
I know.
This shit is mad fucking childish.
Mad fucking childish.
Since he puts asses other than that, how are they gonna make the fight happen if he not willing to do business with us? Ain't basically saying ain't nothing changed.
I can make a goddamn number and say, oh yeah, a reliable source told me, or a trusted source told me. What about trusted sources?
All right, we hear you. He did something at 135 and he did this at 140.
She make another valid point.
I wish it was about, your resume and your app, but it ain't about that. It's about who sells more, who puts more asses in the seats when they open up their books, who get more pay-per-view buys, and all of that. Who's worth more? Because that's how they decide what your worth is. By how many asses you put in the seats, what's your gate, how much you do at the gate, how much pay-per-view number I see you, Destiny, but these are facts. How much you doing at the gate?
Shaking my head because pay-per-view numbers is never fact checked unless they're breaking records.
Hold
on. Pay-per-view numbers are never fact checked unless they're breaking records. Shouty, what? Shouty, one more again? Let me continue.
The pay-per-view numbers, we can say it's not fact checked. We can say all of that, but everybody.
So she was talking some facts, right? Because the response was, we could say they're not fact checked or whatever. And then she replied and said they're not. She made a very solid point, which was very educational to you boxing fans, especially when we had conversations about this Spence and Crawford fantasy fight. You know what I'm saying? That we have no idea when it's going to be on the calendar. There's no window. We have no projection. It doesn't matter how many times we speak about it on the YTC. It's a valid point about butts in the seats. You can say all these numbers, this, that, and the other, and you can compare the shit to Mikey Garcia, but you act like Errol Spence did it more. Look, Errol Spence's career and legacy doesn't even come close to scratching. You don't even come close to Mikey Garcia shit. You're talking about a 4-division champion. You don't even come close. So you can't say Errol Spence came in there with Mikey Garcia and he was the primary. He drew in all the ticket sales. The Mexican fan base came with Mikey Garcia. You can't sit up here and say, oh, it's Errol Spence, and then turn around and say, oh, the Mexicans got a whole country behind them, just like they do the Filipinos. They got a whole country behind them. So, they're going to bring a lot of butts to the seats. The same thing I said about Joshua Vladimir Klitschko. You have to have a dance partner. Errol Spence is not selling out arenas like that. And we need to understand what selling out mean. It's only pertaining to the the ticket capacity that is allotted for that particular fight. If arena has 60,000 and the ticket capacity, they choose, let's just do 30. Oh, we sold out. You didn't sell out the motherfucking arena. You sold out the allotted tickets that was available for that fight, which was 30,000. If indeed you take in consideration how many of those tickets was comp tickets and was given away. That happens all the time. But man, shout out to Destin, make a damn good point. Let's go.
Everybody knows that Errol Spence do way more pay-per-view buys than Terrence Crawford.
We don't know that for a fact. We do not know that for a fact.
He tells you that himself. Okay.
So you heard everything Boxing say. He tells you that. That's just making Destiny point. He said you don't know that for a fact. She's speaking truth. Her shit is speaking merit. It's validity to it. You don't know when a person cannot present the numbers on a document and you're going off hearsay, then that's everybody. That's everybody when it comes to this boxing shit. It's opinionated narratives being pushed. And some of those opinions is some of those opinions is far from the motherfucking truth. They're injected with extreme bias. So you just pushing a narrative maybe that may be extreme bias in it, and you want to continue to say the same thing so people can, soak it all in and continue to tell them to the fact that they start believing it. When in fact, she's telling you that's not fact. And I think the primary reason I don't tag team and I don't sit on the sidelines and cheer at all. This is not a pom-pom moment for me. You know what I'm saying? I was just, it was a sense of relief for me and laughter because the shit she was saying was absolutely on point. It was absolutely on point when it came to this situation. I'm just being honest, man. Don't sit up here and take the shit personal. I'm being honest. I've been saying that shit. I say I don't get involved with the motherfucking numbers. And I've said this about the popularity shit. Y'all look at Errol Spence because of the culture connection. And then you look at Bud Crawford as if he ain't doing shit and he show his face when it come time to fight from Omaha, Nebraska. He ain't doing nothing. But just like Kev said, I believe that was his name, right? He said, they up there acting like Spencer did something amazing. He ain't did shit amazing. He got 2 titles just like Thurman had. But if he really wanted to do something amazing, they would stop whining and crying all the time about what Keith Thurman refused to do when he was trying to get a title shot. So what? Keith Thurman might have had a whole lot of shit going on with him, and he didn't provide any attention to Errol Spence when he was trying to call him out. You know what I'm saying? He didn't give him that attention. So what happened? Errol Spence ended up getting 1/2 of the pie that Thurman had. He ended up fighting Sean Porter for Thurman's WBC title. Yes. So for you to turn around and not give Keith Thurman the motherfucking shot, I mean, that's being extremely petty. Just like Destiny said, childish as fuck. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that shit go on over there for whatever reason in Texas. Man, motherfucking Charlos be holding grudges too. But man, I thought this was a grand moment that she made that you don't know. That's not fact that Errol Spence put more butts in the seats. It's a popularity contest with those individuals who believe that bullshit. They believe the bullshit.
I bet. I'm gonna get a floor to you since you know everything. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna give a floor to you.
Google it for yourself. Pay-per-view numbers are not fact-checked unless they fucking breaking records. That is a fact. Anybody can look that up. I promise you, that's not Destiny's writing. That is fact. So anybody can make up a fucking number. I can make up a goddamn number and say, oh yeah, a reliable source told me, or a trusted source told me. Who the fuck trusted sources?
All right, we hear you.
Mic drop. Salute, Queen. Salute to you. God damn. I was trying to find her cash app. I say, shit, she goddamn deserves some motherfucking Christmas money, goddamn it. Cause she just shut down the motherfucking show, dog. Real talk. She referred them to Google. This shit is something that is rehashed all the time on this YTC shit. And she made a valid point that you need to understand, and shit ain't fact check unless you're doing big numbers. And we know good and damn well Errol Spence is not doing grand numbers. The touch, the real ones in the top 10. The real numbers in the top 10. I remember someone say, oh, I guarantee you look down the top 10, you'll see Errol Spence. Say who, what, when. She said that was a fact. She's absolutely right. Where can we source a document? Fuck the scorecards. We can go to scorecards out there. But where can we source documents that validates the numbers that say, let's do a juxtapose of Crawford and Spence. Let's put them side by side and compare these PPV numbers. They're going on popularity. She said, oh shit, there we go. That popularity bullshit. I understand he the most popular nigga on planet Earth. Oh my God, dog. Look, that's the most classic line I heard in a minute ever when it comes to this bullshit ass, conversation dealing with a fantasy fight. It's good for boxing in a different way because you have like many, and I've been in that position, you know what I'm saying? She wasn't too far behind enemy lines on this topic, but I do feel she shut the panel down. I have to give her a grand salute for shutting the panel down, y'all. Because this is why. Look.
I'm just telling you that's the facts. You can Google it.
So we don't know who does the big pay. We don't know who does the bigger pay-per-view number. You right.
We don't. Anybody can make it. We already know PBC be cooking the fucking books with the damn numbers. We know that for a fact.
Right, you right.
Okay.
You right.
Okay. We don't know that thing, y'all. We don't know that.
You right.
Mm-hmm.
Caps, you got anything you want to say before
That's called shutting the panel down, y'all. No more elaboration on that topic. It is done, sir, done. Done, sir, done. You can guarantee if I ever jump on another panel again, you know what it is already. Just like I've been saying forever and a day, I don't pocket watch fighters. Popularity bullshit doesn't have any documentation to validate it. What Destiny did was shut down and Mike dropped the panel. Now the fellas on there might get upset, and it's nothing personal, like I said, but I had to bring this up because it warrants attention. It warrants attention what she was able to do, man. I congratulate her for talking her shit. You know what I'm saying? Standing her motherfucking square. She was on an acre. She was holding down a motherfucking acre or two with that shit. She made all the sense in the world. So for all those individuals that was on the panel, we shouldn't hear this conversation no more because I'm gonna always bring up. I say, well, do you remember? Do you remember? Do you remember this time right here that Destiny said this? We understand he's the most popular nigga on planet Earth, dog. Being popular ain't gonna win you a motherfucking fight, dog. It's been a lot of popular niggas that jump in the ring and get beat. Being popular is not gonna win you a fight. So, like I said before about this YouTube shit, man, it's recycled information. So when you continue to recycle the information, people catch on to it. So when the butts in the seat came out of Coach's mouth, and Destiny automatically latched on to, here we go again. See, this one I don't like talking about that. That's what happens. You allow someone to be properly prepared with an improv. The imprompt was he said it, and her natural reaction like, I've been around here long enough. I done heard this bullshit so many other times. Let me cook. Let me cook. Let's go. She already had the motherfucking stove hot. She just started burning the place down. This shit was absolutely 1,000% correct, bro. I don't need her to come on the channel. I don't need none of that. I'm just giving her love. I'm sending her flowers. I'm giving a grand salute. You know what I'm saying? To holding down the motherfucking spot. And she made some damn good points, dog. That's called mic drop. Let's hear it again.
No, so I'm gonna get 60-40 my way because I'm stubborn. It ain't gonna happen. Y'all can say what you want to, but that's what's gonna have to make the fight happen. They working on trying to get this fight to, go down behind the scenes, and he gonna have to come up off of that. Or Errol Spence.
Let me catch a super chat right quick, bro, and then you can keep cooking. Cassandra in that super chat with the $5 says, just cause KO. I appreciate that because they getting passionate up here. Go ahead, keep going.
Or Errol Spence is gonna have to say, all right, bet. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. I give him, I give him 50-50. But you know what I'm saying? How many cats doing that shit? How many cats is saying, you know what? Even though when we put the numbers together, right? Because it ain't about, you know what I'm saying, he did something at 135 and he did this at 140. I wish it was like that. I wish it was about, your resume and your app, but it ain't about that. It's about who sells more, who puts more asses in the seats when they open up their books, who get more pay-per-view buys, and all of that. Who's worth more? Because that's how they decide what your worth is. By how many asses you put in the seats, what's your gate, how much you do at the gate, how much pay-per-view number I see you, Destiny, but these are facts. How much you doing at the gate?
Shaking my head because pay-per-view numbers is never fact checked unless you're breaking records.
Hold on. The pay-per-view number.
Hold on. One at a time.
Hold on. The pay-per-view number.
Justin, you can have the floor. Justin, you can have the floor when you get done.
The pay-per-view number. We can say it's not fact checked. We can say all of that, but
that is a concurrence. Everything boxing, love you like a brother. That is a concurrence that just happened. You concurred to what Destiny Black just said. They're not fact check. So why, when I don't deal with the numbers and everything, y'all say the same shit? Now you let shit marinate long enough. You have somebody like Destiny that gets her window and she throw a brick through it. And that's exactly what happened. She threw a brick through that motherfucker. Pay-per-view numbers are not fact checked. So where are y'all getting y'all information at? Especially to hype up and bring this fight to fruition. Where are you getting your numbers at when it comes to Errol Spence? If you just doing it because that's your hometown boy and you support him, then it's bullshit. That's exactly what you get. You know what I'm saying? Molotov cocktails thrown through the motherfucking window. That's exactly what happened. And I have to put a disclaimer out there. In all respect, I'm just saying, she did a mic drop and shut down the panel because there was no response at the end to those PPV numbers that y'all keep talking about. So we done with this shit. We done with the Errol Spence PPV numbers when it comes to Bud. We done because Destiny just shut the motherfucking block down, shawty. So when I show up to that bitch, because the only reason I don't reiterate and go in depth about that, because I don't deal with the numbers. What she said is what I know. I get it. But I'm not going back and forth with people who wants to continue to blow the motherfucking horn and speak the same shit all the time. You walked into a beehive, dog. You walked into a motherfucking beehive. The panel discussion was on point. Shout out to Knockout Boxing. But Destiny shut the motherfucker down, period. She should get her props for that. She should get her love for that. And she should be recognized for having enough knowledge, boxing knowledge on that particular topic to say some factual shit. The factual shit is it's not fact check unless it's breaking numbers, breaking records supposedly. And no one had a response to that because it's true. We don't get the documentation. These are not motherfucking scorecard numbers. We're talking about the numbers. And she even made another valid point early in the live where she was talking about what I just mentioned, the ticket sales. She mentioned Gervonta Davis with the ticket sales. Just like I've said so many times, you know, you come down here to this arena and the capacity is what it is. But I don't know if you look back at my live I did with Leonard Ellaby and I said, what's the ticket capacity? And Leonard, he didn't answer. He just stood there. He's not going to answer that. I got the receipts, man. Whatever interview, whenever I sort through my catalog, find it, I would goddamn bookmark. I would timestamp that shit. I said, what's the ticket capacity for this fight? He didn't say it. So when a fighter comes up here and the word is out that they sold out an arena, I want to know how many tickets allotted to that fight. What was the capacity as far as the amount of tickets that you put aside for that fight? If the arena seats this many, but yet the capacity is down below that number, you're not maximizing. You're not selling out the arena. You're selling out the tickets that was allotted for that fight. Man, I got so many comments around here, bro. Those numbers are not factual. Man, what are y'all talking about? Ring Magazine. Report the numbers. Y'all, show documentation, bro. Bruce Goes on deck. What's good? The Mac on deck. It's not a popularity contest, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? That's all I got to tell you on that grown man shit. Catch you on Southern T. Yeah, shout out to Southern T, bro. Shout out to Southern T. It was about Destiny Black, though. I mean, I was going to get the Southern T. Shout out to my brother Southern T. You know what I'm saying? I actually got that picture from his shit. But I was actually giving her shine because she made some very valid points, and it kept on boxing. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no bitch ass nigga this and fuck ass bitch this and all this other shit. The damn panel and discussion was conducive to the listeners. It was conducive. But I just looked at it like I've been in so many of these conversations, and when there is a valid point made with no response that's providing a retort, that retort has to come with receipts. It's no receipts to what she said to basically devalue the point she was making. She made a valid point. Show me the numbers. Show us the numbers. Show us the documents. James on deck. What's good? World Combat Sports. What's good? Listen, I'll tell you like this. When I see this is the Sanders, right? When I see Bud in person, people are asking to take pictures, and he's, you know, when it comes to Bud Crawford, Errol Spence, I would be more excited to see Terrence Crawford when it comes to fight week, because he actually will take a picture with fans. You know what I'm saying? If you look at my video he did with my boy Skip, he even did like an ad lib with my boy Skip, a cut man that's been in boxing for quite some time. He always with his family. That's the shit I respect. You know what I'm saying? I respect how he has his kids, his wife, his mother sometime, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to this popularity shit, that's little boy talk. That's little boy talk when you're talking about putting butts in seats. That's why she said, oh my God. Listen, I understand he's the most popular nigga on planet Earth. How? You know, how is that not funny, dog? That shit makes a whole lot of sense, and it's right there, smack, spot on. It's spot on. You can't move the motherfucking needle on that shit. She funny as hell, bro. Been on a few panels with her. Mac, I sent this to her to World Combat Sports. No doubt, no doubt. So we don't, when it's Bud, all of a sudden. What do you mean? So we don't? Are you talking about so we don't what? When it's Bud all of a sudden? Talk about numbers. What's Bud numbers? You want to go what they just posted? the wide range. They come out saying he did 90K to 135K. Which one is it? In between, there's still numbers. Numbers still have value. So from 90K to 135, that's a huge window, don't you think? Don't let me start dropping. You know what I'm saying? Don't let me start reiterating and refreshing y'all memory on what she just said. False. Andrew Charles on deck. What's good? K-Miss comeback. What up? What up with you? They both did more than Bud. Show me documentation. Show me documentation.
Everybody knows that Errol Spence do way more pay-per-view buys than Terrence Crawford.
We don't know that for a fact. We do not know that for a fact.
He tells you that himself.
See, right there, once again, Destiny Black, if you're listening, salute. She said, we don't know that for a fact. And Keon turned around and said, that's what he tells you. And we know we're not going off what a boxer tells you, because goddamn it, when it comes to Terrence Crawford, all he do is lie when it comes to these fans. Oh, he can't tell the truth about shit. But now we're going to hype up Errol Spence and telling the fans what numbers? Man, get the fuck out of here, dog. She said we don't know that for a fact, and that's absolutely explanation with the motherfucking dot on the end of it, dog. Straight up and down like that. Straight up and down like that, shawty. You didn't give the floor. She already has the floor, dog. She already has the floor. The shit's on fire. The shit's on fire. Lord have mercy. What did I just witness? An arson? Somebody call emergency. You can't give back the burning building to the one who set it on fire there, Keon. You can't do that, dog. You handing back a burning building to the one who set it on fire. She's gone. She was there to set the motherfucker on fire, dog. Oh my God, man. This is all a humor, dog. My brothers, don't take offense. For real. Don't take this shit personal. But you know, Keon the reiterated shit I done said, man, he know what it is. It's all good. But I'm telling you, dog, you cannot give the burning building back to the arsonist. She's already set the motherfucker ablaze. She don't need it back.
Google it for yourself. Pay-per-view numbers are not fact-checked unless they fucking breaking records. That is a fact. Anybody can look that up. I promise you, that's not Destiny's writing. That is fact. So anybody can make them a fucking number. I can make them a goddamn number and say, oh yeah, a reliable source told me, or a trusted source told me. Who the trusted sources?
All right, we hear you.
Oh my God. The question of the day, who is a trusted source when it comes to these numbers for Errol Spence? Please, for you all that's out there, please find the trusted sources. And Errol Spence is not that trusted source. Let's be absolutely clear on that. Errol Spence is not the trusted source, okay? Damn. Hey, we need to start a poll and goddamn nominate Destiny Black for YTC president, goddamn it. That shit right there, oh my God. You talking about ending the year? You talking about ending the year, dog? That's going to be a sound bite from hell, dog. You gave back the burning building to the motherfucker who set it on fire. We only talking about him versus Bud. She would definitely speak her mind. What it do? Michael Johnson in boxing talking more. What it do, bro? Happy holidays to you. I haven't seen you in a minute. Hopefully all is well with you, my brother. Somebody babysit Corey Sanders. He needs that attention. And that's the same shit that Destin was talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's the same shit. Let me go back a little bit.
I'm just telling you, that's
situation. The situation is Errol Spence has 2 belts at 147. Fight with motherfuckers that's not on the elite level. He can do that. That's what he was doing. He fought Sean Porter. He fought a bunch of motherfuckers that's not on the elite level. So he can do that.
And you said that Errol Spence could fight Virgil Ortiz?
Yes.
You said that?
Crazy.
And then you're saying he has 2 belts. He's unified at 147. Who else been unified at 147? He ain't do nothing.
Talk your shit, man.
Nobody having 2 belts.
Nobody said he did anything special. What I do know is this, though. And you take.
First of all, you saw how elevated the tone, he picked up his tone because he's used to coming from the diaphragm, regurgitating this information because he's on a panel with cats who usually co-sign on this shit, which is absolutely bullshit. But watch how Destiny Black lights the motherfucking wick.
Tell you some more facts. Errol Spence put more asses in the seat than Bud Crawford.
Here we go with the popularity bullshit. This is why I like to have this conversation. Here we go with the popularity bullshit.
God damn. She said a weird fucking high school, shawty. Damn, she said weird fucking high school, shawty, for real. Did you see how quick she lit the motherfucking wick? She was already standing there with that shit in her hand. She was shaking up that Molotov cocktail. I know one of these niggas gonna say some bullshit. Let me shake this motherfucker up. Let me shake this motherfucker. Who gonna be the first? Who gonna be the first? And Coach came out there. We know this for a fact that Errol Spence put more butts in the seat. See, here we go with that popularity bullshit. That's why I don't like talking about this shit.
Oh my fucking God. This is high school shit. Oh my God. Mr. Popularity. You got it. He is Mr. Popularity. We got it. He is popular. He's the most popular nigga on planet Earth. You got
He's the most popular nigga on planet Earth. He's the most popular nigga on planet Earth. We got it. He's the most popular nigga on planet Earth. Damn. Oh my goodness. Mac in the building. Bud beats whoever he fights. Talk to him, shawty. Spence is not amazing. I know, Mike. That's all we saying. Shout out to the OG. Mike in the building. That guy Eclipse 330. He said Bud beats everyone as of right now with Boots being the only real competition. Hey, it's only a matter of time before they start talking about Boots doing big numbers. Start talking about Boots doing big numbers. Spence is amazing. Look at what he's overcame and still on top. Mac, my brother, respectfully, this is not all about what he's overcome because that was self-inflicted. Okay. If I come up here and tell you all I've been through and some of that was for my own undoing and poor choices, are you gonna praise me the same? No, they're gonna be quick to throw my military career in there. Well, nigga, you were in the military for that long, then you know better. Don't expect us to give you no sympathy. Come on, all he's overcome. I was pulling for him too. And then, he comes up there and put a tweet out to my no broken bones. I'm a savage. Man, come on, bro. Come on, man. They both did more than Bud. Errol got 50-50 for that. Put up the documents like Destiny says. Put up the motherfucking documents. Google it. That's all I'm saying. Spence does better than Bud. That's hearsay. It's not about the numbers. It's about them getting in the ring. Prove to the world who is the best. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's quality right there. That makes all the sense in the world. Because I look at it like this, Mac. Are they going to come in there, like I said before, with the PPV numbers on their trunks? Are they going to split the ropes? And then the commentators are going to say, look, let's go back 3 fights ago and let's go over these numbers because this guy right here, he sells. He absolutely sells. Let me tell you, look at those numbers on his trunk. That's not the case. The motherfucker's coming in there to fight. They're coming in there to fight. It's a disservice to the YTC in reporting on boxing if we're going to sit up here and talk about opinionated narratives all the time and attempt to influence the audience by speaking as if they're facts. They're not fucking facts, dog. They're opinionated narratives, which is basically saturated in biasness. What you just witnessed via this soundbite was Destiny Black shutting down the motherfucking building, dog. She set the bitch on fire and then left the scene. For real. When there's no retort with factoids, that person's just mic drop, shut down the building. Let's move on to a different damn topic. But know this, when World Combat Sports ever join another panel, my debate is going to be that much simpler. Because all I'm going to say, yeah, we understand he's the most popular nigga on planet Earth. Next. We understand that. He's the most popular nigga on planet Earth. Next. What are we talking about? Anything else? Okay, let's go on to the next topic. That comment alone should have changed the entire energy of those individuals to keep on providing a lip service. Where Errol Spence do higher numbers. Errol Spence do higher numbers. Errol Spence. They claim that they support both fighters, Spence and Crawford, but that's not true. Because if you want them to say something positive about Crawford, it never fucking happens. It's always Spence does this, Spence does a number. The only thing they have is these basically mysterious numbers that no one can provide the script to, the documentation. Where is Casper? I'm looking for Casper, the ghost of pastime, to deliver these documentations to the YouTube community. So therefore we can speak on factual PPV numbers to seal up this debate. Because every other fucking week we hear these PPV numbers from Errol Spence. That doesn't negate the fact on how much he get touched up in the ring. That goes for Crawford too. But we're not talking about Crawford doing high numbers. We're talking about Spence. Y'all say Spence do high numbers, but that doesn't negate the fact of him being touched up by a glove in the ring. At the end of the day, he has to answer the bell and shut down all the doubters. You know, I'm not really a doubter of Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? There's just zero support there for me. I believe Terrence Crawford is better boxer, period. Period. I think Errol Spence is a one-dimensional fighter. He doesn't show any versatility in his striking game. You know, you touch Errol Spence, he exactly does what a bull would try to do when they see red. He definitely tries to come forward, but he's a lot more technically sound than Sean Porter. He'll keep coming forward. If the jab doesn't work, doubling up on the jab, whatever, he'll just stand there and you'll be able to get off on him and he'll try to return. He'll try to damn walk through his opponent. That shit didn't work with damn 135-pound Mikey Garcia. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get Danny Garcia up out of there. He didn't get Sean Porter up out of there. Man, come on, man. Don't let me channel my Nipsey. Last time I checked, Errol Spence about to be lucky number 7. The funny part is ring reports. That's the funny part. You keep on mentioning shit you can't produce documentation for, dog. That's the funny part about it. Stilo on deck. What's good? PPV numbers are never once reported exact. They are always straight up guess. That's why you see the word estimate. Talk to them. I love language. ESTIMATE. 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 Estimate is not something that is considered the official, the concise, the exact. Estimate and exact may both start with an E, but they very different when it comes to the outcome of the interpretation. Shout out to Stilo for bringing up estimate. Estimate is a lot of guessing. Estimate is a lot of figuring out. Exact is knowing. That's what exact is. And we don't know what the official numbers are. So now is femininity. Now it's femininity, right? Boy, you truly is a casual there, Sanders. It's femininity. Oh, she's a woman. What does a voice have to do with the actual gender? She's on a panel full of boxing voices, right? And it's not her first panel. So therefore, why would her femininity or her gender play any significant role in the dialogue? If she's speaking boxing, they speaking boxing. It's a panel that's speaking boxing, bro. Come on, chill with that, bro. Man, come on, bro. It doesn't make any sense, man. Depending on your source, that's where the source credibility and the rest all have to be taken into account. You may have a number close to the actual number, but no one ever reports 100%. Once again, you know, when you're going off credulity based off little to no evidence, then you're gonna come up with estimate. Not exact. Exact basically seals up and gives you the numbers down to the final. Give you those final numbers to the T. We live on a scale from 0 to 100%. That's just a simulated scale that we live on. We could have very well lived on a different scale, but in life, on earth, and what we've been taught throughout the years, our scale of percentages, our numeric scale of grading, even in education system, is 0 to 100%. So 100% is where it peaks out at. That's where the exact will play a significant role. And in this case with boxing, that ain't the case. Those PPV numbers, those phantom PPV numbers that they talk about Spence is doing, where are they? Throw a link up there, Corey. Throw a link, Corey. Put a link out there. It's all good, Corey. It ain't personal. But you got to put a link up there, bro. Bama says she cooked them dudes, man. She did, bro. She did, for real. She was up there waving the Molotov cocktail. That shit was on fire. She's like, oh, yippee-yi-yi, bow! Threw that shit through the window, goddammit. Explosion happened. Keon say, okay, I'll let you have it. Shit, the motherfucking building had been on fire already. She down the street catching the Uber out the motherfucker. Leaving the scene of the crime, goddammit. We understand he the most popular nigga on planet Earth. God damn. Corey, that's cap. Drop the receipts for that. There are always estimates based on what people guess. Well, Corey, drop the receipts, bro. Woodard on deck, man. How you feeling, bro? 64 is a good split. Says who? Once again, all you doing is deflecting one range of numbers that has that's based off opinions and a driven narrative of biasness when it comes to PPV numbers, to switching it over and hoping no one understands what you're trying to do. The bait and switch. They go from PPV numbers. You don't have any drive and no concrete evidence on the PPV numbers. So you do the switcheroo and come over here and talk about some bullshit as 60-40. The 60-40, all of a sudden, this is what the contradictory part is when it comes to Spence and Crawford. Listen up, y'all. Titles and divisions don't mean shit when it comes to Crawford. They'll say the bullshit he did at 140, but yet they're sitting up here outside of the PPV, that ghost ass PPV number set. They'll say some shit like 60-40. Why? Because he has 2 belts to Terrence Crawford 1. But I thought titles and credentials and all that shit don't matter. I mean, Destiny already told y'all the PPV numbers are not checked like that. They're not really fact checked unless they're breaking records. So therefore, we know that's bullshit. Put that in the motherfucking warehouse. That's over and done with. Now we go back to the contradictory part of titles. They keep bolstering Errol Spence, who has 2 motherfucking titles in a single division. Like he's the first one ever to do it. And this was the only voice that you heard, people, saying that he's going to unify the welterweight division. He ain't came close to that bullshit. He hasn't came close to that. Crawford never said he was out on a mission to unify the welterweight division. He just stuck in the fray because people recognize his ability to be one of the elites in boxing. He's on the pound for pound list. That is a credential. That is an accolade. If it's not about accolades and all that, why is Errol Spence beneath Terrence Crawford on those pound for pound standings? Man, I can go all day with this shit. Like one voice you say the accolades don't matter, but yet you are bringing in his accolades when you talk 60-40. Why the fuck is 60-40 this kingdom come? Y'all dudes are better than this when it comes to actual information assessment, doing your research, filtering through the bullshit, jettison the shit that don't make sense, and goddamn sustaining what does. And you take the sustainment of information and you take it as close to the facts as you possibly can, do your research on, and you speak on it. Because that brings receipts. You're able to bring receipts. All this other shit you talking, 60-40, why? He put more buttons. No, that's been burned to the fucking ground. Destiny made that a motherfucking mythological. That shit is myth. It's been myth. She just happened to burn it down this year. So therefore, you talk about his title, WBC IBF. But no, titles don't fucking matter, does it? Make up your fucking mind. Does titles matter? Take away the titles. I remember when I said this shit on a panel, that take away the titles. Take away the titles. How can we appraise these fighters? And the question was so poignant that people, those individuals didn't know how to take the blunt force of it. Because if you up here saying credentials and accolades don't matter, take away the titles in welterweight. Take away Terrence Crawford, WBO, and take away Spence, WBC, and IBF. You know what they go back to? Them bogus ass numbers. Take away the numbers. Who's better than who? We got to see it in the ring. Don't say the question. Don't have individuals that shit is too high for them to comprehend. Don't look at it as if it was a bullshit ass question. It absolutely made sense. Take away the accolades that you say that don't matter, and how do we appraise these fighters' value when stepping in the ring? Well, Errol Spence, the most popular nigga on planet Earth. So we got to go with the popular nigga on planet Earth. That's Errol, dog. That's Errol, man down. Strap season. That nigga ain't picked up shit. Errol and Bud acting like a bunch of bees. I think I don't. I'm not gonna say they acting like a bunch of bees, man. Nah, I wouldn't say that. Even for Errol, I don't. I just know that we all want to see the fight, and we've been talking about this shit for years. And these fighters aren't getting any younger, and it just comes down to a point of making the fight to step in the ring. Now it comes down to, is he going over the PBC? And then when you go over the PBC, well, you know who man, come on, Errol Spence don't run PBC. He don't run PBC, dog. It's a lot of shit that's going on at the PBC that people don't know about. Errol Spence don't run the PBC. Brown on boxing on deck. How you feeling? It works both ways. Show that he didn't do those numbers well. Listen, Brown on boxing. You asking me, look, check how we go through life and think how we troubleshoot, right? Think about deductive reasoning, how you have to gather the evidence to complete the formula for the result that you want. You gather the evidence, and then if those evidence all link up to the formula that you want as a result, I'm talking about the factual result, then that's what we're looking for, right? But when you're telling me it works, what was it? It works both ways. Show me that he didn't. So how can I, on the flip side, go execute an action that doesn't exist? Isn't that the actual indirect way to troubleshoot something? If we have nothing to troubleshoot, what are we troubleshooting? You want me to say, show me that it didn't happen. But the fact is, I'm searching in the air. I'm searching blindly on something that we don't have facts to present, period. If you can present me with a document first, then I will have to dispute it. Then I troubleshoot it. Then I brainstorm. Then I apply deductive reasoning to the evidence that I have to bring back to retort what you just said. You're trying to tell me to go out here and basically blindly come up with the same shit that I'm saying is contradicting. I will have to go out here and create a resolution to what you just asked me to do, because I have nothing confirmed to start my troubleshooting. I have no piece of evidence. I don't have any official exact numbers to go off of. So you're telling me, hey, go up here for something, that he didn't do those numbers as well. Like, how can I say he didn't do those numbers? The numbers that they're talking about isn't fact. It's no documentation. So how can you tell me to go out here as if it's relevant? The numbers aren't relevant. So how can I disprove something that doesn't exist, Brown on Boxing? Come on, man. I can't go out there and do that shit. I'm trying to disprove something that is fictitious to begin with. How does that work? We're talking about fact or fiction. Bruce goes on deck. How you feeling? Michael Johnson talking more? Okay. She is not impressed with Errol Spence. She is not, there, James. She is absolutely not impressed with Errol Spence at all. She also said it should be 60-40 Errol Spence. That wasn't my topic of this discussion on if that was the case. I'm taking the sound bites on what make all the sense about this PPV fallacy. The PPV fallacy, dog. It's a fallacy to continue to bring this shit up. That's why my conversation never is to venture into the pockets of another man that's actually stepping through the ropes. I don't have any interest of that. Why am I talking about what he get paid if I don't have the copy of the check, if I'm not having one-on-one conversations with his team, his CFO, whoever handles his money? And even in the history of sports in general, where do we see fighters, athletes in general, where we know what they're getting paid? Like, we hear about team sports on what certain fighters are signing up to for a certain amount of years, but we don't know how much they're taking home. We don't know the whole exact numbers on what they're taking home. They have people to pay. And Uncle Sam is the first one. Max said, what you find Mike Tyson has to do with this, though? You trying to threaten somebody. What you fighting Mike Tyson has to do with this, though? Who said some shit about Mike Tyson? I must let me see. You a cheerleader. I fought Mike Tyson. Let's do that. Oh, so this can't be, like, this is hilarious. So he's trying to say he's the Corey Sanders that fought Mike Tyson. Now, doing the math that I'm in my 50s, and he fought Mike Tyson. Okay, cool. I'm good, dog. I'm good, dog. Like that has anything to do with it. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? You going on a live chat, man. Please prove it. Prove it. You know me, I need evidence. I need evidence. So guess what, that Corey Sanders? There go the L.I. Inc. Prove that you Corey Sanders who fought Mike Tyson. And prove to me what you make sense has anything to do with my conversation. I don't give a fuck who you fought. Click that motherfucking link and prove that you the Corey Sanders. If you ain't gonna prove shit, and if you are the Corey Sanders that fought Mike Tyson, right? How is it relevant to this conversation? Do you know shit about boxing? Because that makes you even look more dumber to come on here and talk the bullshit you talking if you was actually a boxer. Stephen L. the Mac, appreciate the donation, my brother. Thanks for the donation. One love, man. Appreciate you. You close to the situation that Bud talks with PBC or not? Listen. Has any hold on for a second. Okay. Had to check it. Has any information came out? Because I just left NYC talking with some people. All right. It's the difference between sitting behind the screen and actually showing up to fights. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, it makes no sense for me to go up here and explain what I do know about the situation. Furthermore, you all over the place. You tell me to go out here and prove something that doesn't exist. Prove that it didn't happen. But first of all, the numbers never existed. So what am I proving? So now you on like, am I close to the situation of Bud talks with PBC or not? What part of the lane? Are you an incoming traffic or are you going with the floor traffic? Who brought that to your attention? Who brought that to your attention? And if so, you're asking me about PBC conversations. Provide documentations on other people who have been at the table talks with Al Heyman, Leonard Ellaby, and all that. Provide those individuals. Because I got receipts. I look, I have contacts in my phone, real talk, of the OGs that was there when PBC first started with Al Heyman. I have conversations with the shakers and movers that I don't even damn make privy. That's fact. That's no cap. Two plus hours sitting here because it's a deeper level to the game, man. I've talked to some shakers and movers on Top Rank and Showtime. I remember when this cat said, he asked me some shit and he said, you don't know, you know about boxing, but you don't know about boxing. You know of boxing. That's what he said. You know of boxing, but you don't know about boxing. And then that's when the shit was broken down on the inside and how certain promotions move as they do. And it's much deeper than just sitting behind the screen, assuming and going off hearsay. I heard it from the mouths. That's real talk. And shout out to the OGs. You know who you are. I appreciate you for that conversation. I appreciate you because I learned a hell of a lot on how this whole boat started to move from Sam Watson, Al Heyman, Floyd, the OG shot callers that was involved, everybody back then. I want to see the fight. I don't care who did that. Bud has no network, but 150-50. Now all of a sudden we going off. Bud has no network, and he just fought Sean Porter not too long ago. So what are we supporting boxing for? And for Corey Sanders, like, look, and for Corey Sanders, he still haven't clicked the link. James say they already said Boots is a bigger fight for Spence than Bud. Make it make sense, man. Pop a lot. Somebody, goddamn, find the crown for real. Somebody crown this man for talking, for kicking that logic, man. You see how I'm talking about when people be pushing these crazy delusional narratives? They are so invigorated to jump on the dang Jerome Boots in his train. They won't even allow the motherfucker to come into the station, dog. Look, they're out on the street waiting for the Jerome Boots in his bus to pull up. And they're standing in the street. They're standing in the street looking. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? They're that eager that they want to make up false narratives and say that, oh man, Jerome Ennis is a bigger fight. Why? Because he's a young lion. You know, you have these lions that's been in the motherfucking yard for quite some time. They have established what they was able to establish. Terrence Bud Crawford more than Errol. Now Jerome Ennis has this energy, which let's not act like Jerome Ennis's resume is just crazy. But I would give Jerome Ennis his props. There's a lot of legitimate hype behind this guy. I like him as a boxer, his style and skill set, what he brings to the ring. I like his entertainment value, but he's not doing numbers. Okay, what numbers are we talking about with Sergey Lipinets? All right, So if indeed we go back, right? Check this out there, James, to blend in with what you said. If indeed we're talking about Jerome Bruce Ennis and he'll be a bigger fight, then explain to me why Mikey Garcia was paid. Mikey Garcia coming up from lightweight, 4-division champion, 1 division more than Terrence Crawford. Mikey Garcia gets the open window. No, they invited Mikey through the front door. Take that back. He didn't come in through the window. They was there clapping. Oh, welcome, Mikey. Ven aquí, amigo. Ven aquí. Welcome, my friend. They invited Mikey Garcia and that motherfucker. Somebody tell me, how can Mikey get paid what he did against Spence? And his numbers are shit. Mikey Garcia is one of the most boring, plain boxer promoters there is. He don't promote shit. The thing that I respect Mikey for is taking time out the sport to get up out of underneath Top Rank's contract. I respect Mikey. But besides that, when it comes to this Errol Spence numbers shit and Bud Crawford deserves 60-40, why didn't y'all give Mikey Garcia 60-40? I could have sworn it was 3-3. I could have sworn that Mikey Garcia came in that motherfucker and got paid damn near what Errol Spence got paid. How is that possible for Mikey Garcia to move up from lightweight and then you have a champion? Mikey Garcia came up with 0 fucking titles, and you have Terrence Crawford, who is actually campaigning at the division, undefeated still at that division, 6 stoppages at that division, and holds the WBO world title, and you're busy up here talking about a petty-ass 60-40. We understand he's the most popular nigga on earth. I get it. We understand that shit. Andrew, if we was on BFTV, he wouldn't click the link. Shout out to BFTB, the graveyard, man. Shout out to BFTB. Let me see. Corey, you want to see the fight or not? A split ain't none of our business. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Mike. A split, we don't give a fuck about the split, dog. Why you niggas all in this motherfucker's pocket? Like damn, we can take it back to him walking around with his pocket lining, out, and y'all holding on to that shit. You know where that go. That's at right there. I mean, y'all walking around holding his damn pockets. Hey, you getting paid yet? You getting paid yet, Errol? Errol, let me know when you get paid. I want to put the money in your pocket. Yeah, I'm waiting on that. Yeah, I want to put that money in your pocket. Let me put the money in your pocket, Errol. Man, come on, bro. Come on, man. I don't like going there because that shit deals with funny type shit, zesty niggas shit. But I'm just saying, dog, like y'all all in these niggas' pockets. When money, what is money? It's the niggas that stepped in the ring and got paid and lost. You go in there 60-40 and lose. What does it do for you? Well, at the end of the day, he got paid more than Crawford, who came out the real winner. Man, I'm telling you, bro, what does this fucking matter? Why y'all niggas so invested in the left and right hip of what's in somebody's damn pockets? You have no indication of the true value of what's in these numbers, dog. Corey, you say you fought Mike Tyson. Come on, dog. Click the link. Let's talk. I would like to talk to a former fighter that's sitting up here making threats online, dog. Estimates say Bud is nowhere. Now, I'm not even going to read your comments, dog, because you're just going off hearsay. Present a link. Present links. Stilo said WCS is on live stream. That's a fact. How do I know? Based on the facts and documents which can be provided. Seen. Hey, man. Dog. Hey. We got too many smart people in this damn live chat, bro. For real. We got too many people with logical, common fucking sense and intelligence. I'm just ready to see the fight before Boots fuck the money up. Once again, you making sense. Boots has everything going for him to fuck the money up. I totally agree with that there, James. You're making a solid ass point. I totally agree that Boots is an oncoming threat. Matter of fact, not an oncoming, incoming threat. Boots is here. Boots is here. It's just like going into the club and it's been talk about a potential fight going down, right? And you already seen one, you looking for the other, and then that nigga over there just standing. They say, oh shit, both of them in the same room. Oh shit. Something about to go down. Something about to happen. That's what Boots is at. Boots is that nigga in the room already. He's there. They know he there. He's just waiting. He's waiting for his opportunity to get that fight. And I believe he would be a tough fight for Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. Only because the changing of the guard, like I said years ago, changing of the guard is about to happen. The changing of the guard is about to happen with this welterweight division. Changing of the guard is going to happen if these individuals vacate their titles the right way. You know, it's gonna be a changing of the guard, man. Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, more so Errol Spence, he cannot wait. Like, if Errol Spence is still in the welterweight division in 2023, I would even give him a cushion. I would say June or July 2023. I would ask, what the fuck is he in boxing for? If we still haven't got the Terrence Crawford fight and he's still in the welterweight division in 23, I would say, what the fuck is that? This is dumb as shit ever. This is the dumbest shit ever, dog. But once again, man, I have to go back to the queen herself.
Can we just talk about boxing? Fuck popularity.
No. I don't know what's going on.
This is that Gary Church shit I'm talking about. This shit is mad fucking childish.
So since
Fucking popularity.
he put ass in seats, like you said, right? And Crawford, he's out there in the cold. He don't got no option.
I just wanted to highlight what she said. This shit is mad fucking childish. Check. It's mad fucking childish to continue to talk about numbers that don't exist. When I say numbers that don't exist, we're talking about elevated numbers that are superior to that of Terrence Crawford. And even with that said, both of these fighters have received a paycheck in boxing. Both of them are making enough money to support themselves and the family, right? But when it comes down to them two linking up together to settle the score, to remove all doubt of these thousands of millions of motherfucking live streams that keep on talking about the same fantasy meeting. Come on, man. When is it going to stop? None of these niggas are getting younger. The only one out of that 2-point equation right there, 50% that goes to I'll say 90%. 90% goes to Terrence Crawford, who has basically solidified his boxing legacy already. It hurt a lot of feelings that the other 10% is unneeded. The other 10% doesn't need to be collected. Charge it to the motherfucking game. Because the other 10% is Errol Spence, who has a lot more fighting to do before he retires. Just comparing him to other boxers who's campaigning in a single division isn't enough. It isn't enough. For real. He isn't Marvelous Marvin Hagler. You know what I'm saying? It isn't enough to sit up here and surrender and shit and say, you know what? It's been plenty of boxers who only fight one division. Look at Triple G. We're not talking about Triple G. And if we're going to bring that up, find the Canelo that's on Errol Spence's record. Find the Canelo that's on Errol Spence's record if we want to compare Triple G. Find the Danny Jacobs that's on Errol Spence's record. I'm waiting. Find the Sergey Deryanchenko that's on Errol Spence's record. Mark Casey in the building. What's good? He said, there reaches a point in every discussion between conflicting opinions where one side say, hey, you have a point, or both parties agree to disagree. Well, it's usually that way for reasonable adults. Look, if that was me on that panel, I would have had the send Shawty her flowers and say, you're right. You make a damn good point. Not the fact that that's the way I thought in general. Period. I always made that point, but I would have had to send her flowers and shit and say, you just said it in a different type of way that still hit the head of the nail. But it was hilarious because in a company of individuals that continue to retread the same fucking narrative all the time about PPV numbers, and no one should give a fuck about PPV numbers. You know what I'm saying? Because you can have a friend for years and they can go to work, you can go to work, but neither one of y'all know what the other one makes. That's not the topic of conversation. Why? Because it's confidential. Motherfuckers don't say, hey man, how much you make exactly? Around estimate, I'm looking at about 16,000 a year. Damn, that's it? What you make, dog? Man, about 19. You know what I'm saying? It really don't fucking matter. I'm not gonna ask any friend of mine, hey man, what you making? Unless we partners in a business or something, and they saying they can only do 5%. Man, I can only contribute 5%, dog. The other 95% gonna be all you, dog. I ain't making that much, dog. And Corey, you know what I'm saying? I'll let you speak your shit. I don't consider you to be trolling in a sense, but you sounding like a temporary right now. Tank may have made 10 million. That's a guess, not a fact. Tank may have made less than that too. There's a lot of stuff that's going on with PBC that people don't know, man. With money and shit like that. It's a lot of people that's old. People want to jump on this shit. Well, Bob Aaron said he could have bought a house in Beverly Hills, but then when it comes to PBC, all they think about is Al Heyman. But you don't know what Al Heyman is doing for these fighters. You don't know if there's a monetary drought over there in PBC right now. I mean, you don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going on behind the scene. A lot of that shit is kept private. See, there are facts and there are estimates and guesses. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Factoids are important, man. With facts, you have to present evidence to back it up. That's not difficult. That's not difficult to do if you have access to it. So put it this way, if you don't have access to documentation to prove that what you're speaking on is fact, then it just goes along with you just saying, you know what, I'm just going to go with the estimate and guesses. I'm just going to assume because I don't have access to prove this. I can't bring links up to the surface. I can't present documentation. I don't have shit. Just like Destiny Black said, what'd she say? What's these sources? These trusted sources. They don't mean shit. What is this trusted sources shit? Snacks be on deck, man. How you feeling, bro? Peace at World Combat Sports. Peace to the chat. Appreciate you pulling up, bro. Did those numbers come from the network? Hey, big facts, man. Damn good question. Solid question. Did those numbers come from the network? They up here, talking about Ring Magazine. Stop it, man. Like, is there a site, a reliable site that we can just source all this documentation from that's willing to give it to us? And then we have to ask who's giving it to them. Where's the site where we can source these numbers, these documentations?
Options. The website is still not averaging out to what, Bob Arum, it's not getting Bob Arum even in the money. But that's a whole different story. But anyway, back to the whole free agent thing. Yeah, he a free agent. He opened up them books. That option. I think that was one of the lucrative ones.
Bud Crawford ever done a live gate as big as Mikey Garcia versus Earl Spence?
No.
Has Spence ever did a live gate since he fought Mikey Garcia as big as that one?
No.
God damn. Did y'all hear what? Did y'all see what just went down? The look, the recoil on that motherfucker. The recoil on that bitch, dog. That shit wasn't even shoulder fired. That was free. That was free right there. That was in the offhand position, arm fully extended. That wasn't motherfucking shoulder fired. That was motherfucking arm extended and the recoil. That shit came up, boom, right away.
That's fake too. PDC.
Bud Crawford ever done a live gate as big as Mikey Garcia versus Earl Spence?
Spence ever did a live gate since he fought Mikey Garcia as big as that one.
No.
No.
You can keep going.
Ooh, let's just let that shit burn a little bit. God damn. Shout out to the NRA. Shout out to Destiny Black being on her shiznick.
Bud Crawford ever done a live gate as big as Earl Spence versus Danny Garcia?
Yes. His last fight supposedly did over, like, I think over 15,000 or whatever it was.
Danny Garcia and Earl Spence did right at 16.
Switching up the lanes.
That's fake. So I couldn't say that.
I didn't want to bring up
I didn't want to bring that. That's fake.
you know.
When did he tell us to Staples Center? When did he do that? When did he tell us to Staples Center?
With Sean Porter.
Watch this fire.
Was it only like 16,000? Was it only like 16,000 that showed up? Oh yeah, it was. Okay.
Woo.
Was you at the fight?
Woo.
Was you there at the fight?
Come on, Keon.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, I was. To 16,000. That's what they said. There you go. The numbers came up to 16,000. The numbers came up to 16,000. That's not a sell boo. That's not a sell boo.
Oh shit. What does being at the fight have to do with anything? You're not ticket watching. A lot of people who attend the fight, they don't come there for the prelims and the undercards like that. Like, you're not sitting there when the damn stands are empty. You coming in there for the main card to hit, and you want to see who you see. You're not there for the 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me see. 150. Shit. 4, 211, 324. 456. You're not counting. You're not there with a clicker counting people who coming in. You're not having people give you the numbers, keeping you steadily updated on the numbers. It doesn't happen.
This is all I'm saying, and I want to see the fight like y'all, but we have to hold the person accountable or the people accountable that's blocking this fight the most. And at the end of the day, it's unrealistic for anyone, not just Terrence Crawford. It's unrealistic if Earl Spence go to Canelo Alvarez saying he want more money than Canelo Alvarez based off of their numbers, y'all.
Oh my God, dog. What numbers? The numbers don't exist. Knockout? The numbers don't exist, bro. She just shut it down and said, we really don't have a vested interest unless it's breaking numbers. That's when they actually fact check and do a thorough computation when those numbers are about to break, the ones that's in the top 5, top 10, or whatever the case may be. How can you compare the Errol Spence going to Canelo Alvarez? He hasn't even came close to earning a damn championship in the second division. Canelo is now unified at 168. Wasn't he unified at 60 at one point? I mean, he's basically a multi-division champion trying to get a 5th division at cruiserweight. That is an absolutely poor analogy to provide in trying to prove your point. Because if Errol Spence went up to Canelo Alvarez, he would not be expecting to ask more money because his credentials, which plays a huge role, he ain't did shit. Errol Spence ain't did shit but get 2 titles. And like Kev said on the panel, he said that ain't the first time somebody did that. Y'all was just hyping up Keith Thurman as the man to be. Keith Thurman fought who? Danny Garcia. Who? Manny Pacquiao, Sean Porter. The list goes on and on, bro. Why are y'all sitting up here just because Keith Thurman is absent and he got married, that he committed a criminal act and got behind the wheel intoxicated or something, and that's why he was out the sport? He was out the sport because of wear and tear on his body, injuries. So he took time to heal up. When it comes to Errol Spence getting an eye injury, people like, man, he needs time to heal, man. What's wrong with him having time to heal? He needs time to heal. You understand that, Jack? He needs time to heal. Understand that, sucker. Don't talk to him about my boy Spence until he got time to heal. Because if he goes up there unrealistically and asks Canelo for, he should get paid more, then sucker give him a reason to explain himself. No, that ain't no explaining. That's just dumb as shit. But the reality of Crawford and Spence linking up 50-50 is closer than what people give it value for. A 3-division champion, formerly undisputed, deserves recognition and praise. It has value to it. If you're going to say, well, he fought Julius Ndongo and he ain't did shit in boxing, then Errol ain't did shit either. Besides damn trying to find out what division he wanted to damn settle into. And when he decided to settle into a vision, he's still making hard on himself, ballooning up in weight. So let's not come up here with a pity party, with our lights on and our phones waving side to side. We are here for Errol Spence. Get well soon. We love you. No, we ain't doing that shit, dog. Stop throwing a pity party for someone who took time out of his career from his own choice, man. This ain't a baby. This ain't no motherfucking daycare. They still say Bud unproven, but they were quick as hell to put a crown on Boots when he beat a guy who was 1-4 his last 5 fights, man. You know what I'm saying? That just goes to show you, like, I don't want to call this YTC a collective community of casual, because it's some dudes that really, speak on boxing, but it's levels to what you know of boxing. You know what I'm saying? It's levels on what you know. Everybody ain't always right about the shit, because boxing, it just has so many layers. Like, it has different correspondence or different areas. I wouldn't say chapters, but different editions for one person to learn for this sport of boxing. But what takes all of that to a whole nother level, as if you're unqualified to speak on it, is when the biasness set in and people say Jerome Ennis is this, and this. He should get the shot with this, and this. But they're quick to link him up with Errol Spence. He's ready. He ain't did shit. Oh, well, the numbers. But what Jerome Ennis going to go in there and do? He going to take 80-20? What you're trying to say Crawford don't even deserve a shot? Like, you're trying to say, damn, Crawford has to capitulate to all the demands that Errol Spence has. Why? Y'all up here sitting in Jerome Boots Ennis through the front door. Welcome, open arms. Welcome, Boots. We love you, Boots. Welcome. You're a breath of fresh air. God damn it, that Crawford been getting on all nerves. Y'all really about to tell a guy who cashed PPV checks the PPV numbers are fake? Show us a screenshot of when you seen any boxers cashing a PPV check. Come on, man. That's asinine for you to continue to talk that way. Nobody's saying numbers are fake. We saying you can't even verify them because it's always a source say. True words. We're speaking on something from, what Destiny Black mentioned before, trusted sources. Who are the trusted sources? If those individuals refuse to play a soundbite or present a trusted source that the trusted source had to present documentation. So there's levels to research. If you say a trusted source, boom, we already know there's trusted sources out there that put out information first. But then we have to see where they got the information from. So let's say Mike Carpenter puts out some information. People say, oh, my trusted source is Mike Carpenter. But we have to do research on where Mike Carpenter retrieved the information from. If he puts out a tweet, usually he cites where he get the information from. Sometimes. That's how it's supposed to work. How can you verify Mike Carpenter saying my sources say X amount PP? And you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm getting at, man. Good shit there, Michael Johnson. Bama say you only worth what a negotiation. No way Bud should take that 40. Never take the first offer. Well, that's not the first offer. You know, Spence has been on record as saying we're giving whatever. And see, that tells me you're not really trying to make the fight. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to give a man whatever, that's the same shit Eddie Hearns is doing to Deontay Wilder, him and Joshua. You're not giving any other fighter a flat fee, but you want to give Deontay Wilder a flat fee. Now, I have an issue with that because if other fighters like Alexander Povetkin and all these other cats can get percentages, why are you trying to sit up here and act like we still back in the slave days and have a man work for labor and be underpaid? Why is that a topic of priorities right now? So who cares that her opinion, she could say 60-40 all day, but how does that give us the fight? The fight is so far off, man. We keep on reiterating the same shit.
That's just a fact. So if one fighter is being unrealistic and another fighter has clearly earned more, why are we not putting the pressure where it belongs? Why we got to call the other fighter a duck or this or that? Like,
I don't know why unrealistic blends into a narrative when it comes to Bud Crawford. Like, Terrence Crawford has never been unrealistic in asking for 50-50. If he wants equal pay, being the way he's accomplished in his boxing career, let's not just overlook the fact that whenever Manny Pacquiao steps up into the square, people always talk about his 8 divisions and what Manny Pacquiao's a country behind him, right? What does that have to do with shit? If you're going to recognize Manny Pacquiao's accolades and accomplishments, you do the same for Terrence Crawford. You give him the same plaudits, man. Us, the public, do not have the data needed for us to be discussing stuff like this. That's for them to take care of. We have nothing to do with it. Facts, man. Facts, dog. Look, Destiny can agree on 60-40. That's not even the main topic. The main topic on what I hear all the time, the audible, is, once again, that Errol Spence put butts in the seats. And what Destiny did so beautifully was refresh the minds of those who soon forget. What has he did outside of the Mikey Garcia fight? Mikey Garcia brought the numbers to Errol Spence, but yet you hear his fan base say what? That Errol Spence was absolutely responsible for doing numbers when he hasn't been able to reciprocate that type of numbers after that fight. He hasn't been able to reciprocate it. Okay, his dance partners are very, very important, but don't sit up here and hail the motherfucking king and say Errol Spence is that dude when Mikey Garcia brought that to him. The Mexicans was sitting up here supporting Mikey Garcia. What they say when you talk about Errol Spence? Oh, the Texas, they fuck with Errol. They fuck with Errol. But you're talking about Mikey Garcia, a country versus a state? A country versus a state? I understand that's the most popular nigga on planet Earth, but a country. You're talking about Mikey Garcia bringing the Mexican fan base to Texas supporting. Come on, bro. And it's not even all the demographics, the locations in Texas that support Errol Spence. It's cats on here all the time that's there in Texas, that support Terrence Crawford. Full YT on deck, man. How you feeling? I appreciate you, big dog. But people, where all those big Bud fans, let me see. But people were all the big Bud, whether they supporting him by buying his fights. And on top of that, Errol was fighting a better comp. And once again, retreaded information that has very little sentiment. We're talking about Kell Brook. He fought Kell Brook very close to the damage he received from Gennady. Reciprocated, retreaded, remediated information. Mikey Garcia was a lightweight. Extract him out of the equation. Outside of him giving Errol Spence the best numbers. All right. What else? We want to look at Sean Porter. Sean Porter, the one who everybody praises for coming in shape and bringing that tenacity. But Sean Porter didn't go into the Errol Spence fight undefeated. Sean Porter lost his belt to Kell Brook. He also lost to Keith Thurman. Sean Porter lost to damn Errol Spence. Sean Porter also lost to Terrence Crawford, who was the first man to stop him. So therefore, where's the praise coming in with this resume? Because his resume, you mentioned a name or two. That's about it. How many times are y'all going to keep mentioning Danny Garcia? The same Danny Garcia that never defeated a champion for a belt at 147. But yet people still sitting up here high praise, hands in the air, that he fought Danny Garcia. I mean, what's up? We need to debunk this resume bullshit when it comes to Terrence Crawford, because Errol Spence's resume doesn't far exceed the amount of competition that Terrence Crawford has stepped in there with, even at welterweight. You're talking about fighters who have lost previously. He whooped Kell Brook ass. Oh, that's because he did this or that. And Kell Brook didn't fight at 160 after that fight with Errol Spence. He fought at 154, came back down, and he lost to Dan Terrence Crawford. Stopped him in better fashion. He wasn't the best Kell Brook. He wasn't the same Kell Brook. And then he fights Sean Porter, stops him, and they put all the damn liability on his pop, stopping the fight early. This is childish shit, as Destiny said. This is childish shit. This is childish. The man ain't gonna never get no props, dog. My conversation is more so the PPV numbers, because that's what people are surfing on a lot. And they're surfing in the sand. They ain't surfing on a wave. Them motherfuckers are trying to catch a motherfucking shit in the sand. Let me help Corey out. Corey, come on, man. I'm giving you the Christmas link. I come bearing gifts there, Corey. I come bearing gifts, dog. Corey Sanders, I would love to, but I can't. You click the link though, champ. I got people who can vouch for me. Nobody ever seen you. This not about you. This is about Destiny Black, on how she became an arsonist on social media.
Go ahead. I got your answer. Because you're right. You're right. You're so right, brother. But tables is kind of turning now. Because
explain to me how. Don't nobody else talk to Captain Full G. I got him because I let everybody else go. I got
47. His back is against the wall. Spence, he got 2 belts. Especially he's being close to getting undisputed. But
please,
what if the goddamn fight is a draw?
They got to run it back.
Fight is a draw.
other belt. Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz is with Top Rank, but right
too.
Nobody
having 2 belts.
Nobody said he did anything special.
Like, yo, let's make this fight now. And he's like, he fought. Who did he fight? Manny Pacquiao.
And all of this shit, but he done.
Coming through, fam.
For sure.
Hey, I'm just gonna leave that. Y'all can hit the replay on Knockout Boxing TV. You know, it was a very solid live. But I just wanted to highlight the queen herself, Destiny Black, for her sound bites and her recoil. You know, look, her expeditiously reaction time on those retorts that she had was absolutely classic. You know what I'm saying? As much as I want to go back there and try to find it, you know, I mean, I'm like, that shit was right on point, man. Yeah, I'm back. So let me go back down here. Corey Sanders, you Corey, right? Call Jonathan Felton the Bow and ask him if he knows Cassius. There you go, Corey. God damn it. You got some hitters in this motherfucker. Yeah, that's all you gotta do. Call for receipts. Say, do you know Cassius? God damn it. I'll do you a favor, Ghost. I'm gonna holler at T and we both will go on. So he's willing to go on. And shout out to Southern T Boxing. You know, he's a fighter from what I understand, right? But he's willing to go at Ghost on Southern T's panel. But yeah, he's been here on my live chat forever and a day, typing his ass off. But yet you can't go ahead and hit the speed bag by clicking the link. You're gonna say, oh, we'll do it over there because I need to. I don't understand some of you niggas. Like, why you gotta go into comfort? You don't know what enemy territory is? This social media shit, man. Click the link. You ain't in comfort zone, dog, because you've been talking. Why don't you click the link? Why you got to go over to somebody else's panel to feel comfort on somebody you know just to talk, you know, with another dude that obviously is in the fight game like you? Man, come on, man. If you legit, click the motherfucking link. I don't care who click it. Both of y'all want to click it, cool. But come on, man. Hold up. Got word from the sources that's Corey Sanders. Okay, but look, Corey Sanders, why are you here saying what you're saying and not understanding how social media works? If that is indeed you, salute, my brother. But this is how live chat works. This is how live stream works. It's boxing talks, debates. If you're gonna ask 100 questions, understand I'm not the fella holding the mitts for you, bro. I'm not holding the mitts for you, my guy. I'm up here. I'm the host. So therefore, if you asking me shit, I want you to have some information to validate what the question you're asking. I want you to provide information. Not just go off your favorite fighter, because you going off your favorite fighter. You're doing the same thing they doing. Give me some evidence, bro. Give me some documentation, something to prove. That's all I'm saying, man. But it's cool. If you don't want to click the link, it's all good, man. You know, shout out to Corey Sanders for pulling up. Appreciate you. Hope this ain't the last time. You know, it's all good, bro. But you know, this has to do with conversation and dialogue about boxing, man. And the fact that you sitting up here challenging people from the live chat, it makes absolutely no sense that you would challenge me. Come on, bro. You definitely not giving me that attention, man. Nobody crushing it harder than me in the gym. Ask whoever. Hey, now dude, Conor Ben show. Hey, like this. If this Conor Ben, hey, definitely salute the Conor Ben because I fuck with Conor Ben, man. You know what I'm saying? Hope you get your big shot. You know what I'm saying? Best wishes to these fighters that's showing up in this. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's the ring. Y'all comparing him to everybody, but who is he fighting? All you got to do, if you're a boxer, Corey, look at BoxRec and it'll show you who is he fighting. He had two common opponents in Kell Brook and Sean Porter, and he did way better than Errol Spence did it. You can't put time in between that. If that's the case, why people was hyping up Manny Pacquiao to step in there with Yardenas Ugas as if he was going to win? And Manny Pacquiao in the fight, and my legs heavy, legs are heavy. My legs are heavy. Now time to go and do politics in Philippines. I mean, come on, man. Y'all thought. Look. Hold up. Let me bring some up. Let me bring something up right quick. Let me see, can I find it right quick? I want to show you something. Let me see, can I find this shit right quick? Like, let me show you the other part. Let me show you. I know I got it. Come on, man. Show your face. I know you on the archives. I know you are. Where you at? Where you be? Damn it. Let me show y'all something right quick, dog. Oh, boy. I don't think I have it. So what I was going to pull up was the picture that showed Manny Pacquiao with his WBA belt. When they was trying to pretend like he was going to face Spence for the WBA title. And that is preceding the fact when they said they wasn't going to reinstate Manny Pacquiao. And it's good that it didn't happen because the reason why they put him in recess didn't make sense with the damn guidelines for being in recess. I can at least say Devin Haney had an injury. That's why he was put in recess. But Manny Pacquiao, he just was placed in recess for other underlining conditions that didn't follow the protocol for as a champion being placed in recess. So when we found out they wasn't going to reinstate him and he was set, they took a picture with Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao. After that shit came out, Errol Spence, whether it was a pre-examination or not, whatever the case, he comes with an eye injury. So therefore, Yardenas Ugas, who is the champ, he faces Manny Pacquiao. And a lot of people, even at Manny Pacquiao's age, was saying that he has a huge chance of defeating Yardenas Ugas. Whenever they mention Manny Pacquiao's name, they talk about his accolades. Why not Terrence Crawford? Of course, so that's up to Bud and Errol. You have the same narrative, anti-PBC. That's untrue. That's untrue. I'm about to prove you wrong. You want me to drop this bomb on you, that Corey Sanders? That's absolutely wrong, bro. You all the way wrong on that. You all the way wrong on that, my brother. I'm going to show you how you all the way wrong. Hold on for a second. Man, y'all making me pull out the gems, dog. I'm not even going to go there. You just have to catch it. I can definitely verify that. That ain't true. Anti-PBC, that ain't true, bro. That's not true. Just because Errol Spence is not a fighter that I favor when it comes to Terrence Crawford, that doesn't mean I'm anti-PBC, bro. That's very harsh words to assume. That's a flat out lie. Destroy Tank, destroy Wilder, destroy Errol. I have no idea what you're talking about, but everybody know I fuck with Tank. Everybody know I fuck with Wilder. I don't fuck with Errol. Period. Jay Ocho on deck. How you feeling? Corey, what are you talking about, bro? Play knockout part of the interview. Of what? My whole point was playing Destiny Black's part of the interview because she made complete sense in the narratives that's being pushed. I wasn't there to play the entire. I'm not. Look, my point in playing that live, different sound bites of the live, was not to discredit the entire live. I was just highlighting what Destiny Black said on there about the PPV numbers when it come to Errol Spence. I thought she made a valid point. She made a valid point, so that's why I highlighted what she was able to say in response to what was going on with the topic of conversation. That's all. That's two Spence Gates. You compare Mikey 15K and Porter 14.5, Danny 16K. Where the documentation? Once again, you're a fighter. You know damn well how they do those tickets. Where legitimacy? Where's how you validating those numbers? And what are Bud's numbers? Do you have Bud numbers? Are you anti-top rank when he was fighting with top rank? Are you anti-top rank? Because you only presented stuff that Errol Spence is doing. Why don't you have enough information to compare these numbers from top rank and PBC? You have to have criteria from both sides if you're trying to basically debate. You're trying to debate something when it comes to Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford on who's more valuable than who. It's really that it's not that much of a difference. We really shouldn't be talking about 60-40 just off gate. You know how many people I know that be out here giving out comp tickets? And we're going to sit up here and say, well, they selling out arenas. How, dog? Like, come on, man. I don't want to mention fighter's name, but it's shit I know too, dog. But you're telling me PR, public record. We already know when Bud entered into the welterweight division, what he did before that, and what he's been able to accomplish while reigning, defending WBO world champion at welterweight division. We know this, that Corey. We know that, dog. We know that. Supreme Beast Boxing Talk in the building. What's good, my brother? Salute WCS. What's shaking, fam? Just keep talking this boxing talk, man. Got some real good input coming in. From what I know, Corey Sanders is in the building. He's a boxer. He's an Errol Spence fanatic, what it seems. I just want for you to get those documentations because you typing it's the same shit that everybody else is doing. Corey, see you around, homie. Appreciate you pulling up there, Michael Johnson. While Bud underpaid or overpaid by Top Rank. He's no longer with Top Rank. And the man, from what I see, I just saw his family at NYC. They seem to be doing very well. And then after that, they went to Dubai. So shit, I don't think Terrence Crawford is up here waiting for his damn food stamps to clear. To be honest with you, they doing very well. And once again, World Combat Sports do not check the pockets of another grown man and his family. It's none of my business. Brown on boxing, nobody knows anyone see his check stub. And that's all I'm saying. Hey, when I passed by his family, man, they look healthy and look like they was enjoying life to me. Look like they was enjoying life to me, Shouty, for real. At Michael Johnson Boxing Talk, more is widely reported that Bud last deal got him $3.5 million. You're talking about it was widely reported. So if I report it, that makes it fact. 3 million per fight guarantee, so it's not underpaid or overpaid. Dog, those numbers are just numbers they put out there. We don't know the entire like what the guarantee money is or what they're getting on the back end and what the numbers were and what the split other percentages and all that other shit that goes along with people just being nosy. Why are we so invested when the physical aspect of boxing is basically delegated inside the square? Why are we worrying about what happened at the table in a non-physical setting? It's a non-physical setting. It requires a person to put on a listening ears, whoever's the advocate, who's your manager and everything that's in there talking, along with the fight or whatever, and the conclusions and agreements that you come up with, the shake hands and all this other shit. We really don't know what a fighter gets totally. We're not getting a bank printout of them cashing a check or the money that was wired to their account or whatever the case may be. The back end numbers. What the fuck do being overpaid or underpaid mean about making the fight? Y'all bring up dumb shit. That's all I'm saying, dog. This shit is crazy. We try to see this fight like Derrick James said. Do Errol want that fight? You got to ask him. See? Another grown-ass person in him talking that shit, boy. Derrick James said, do Errol want the fight? You got to ask him. And we all know what Errol's going to say. He's going to say the same shit. Just like when they was chasing him out the arena to ask him questions. He really didn't say too much. He really didn't say too much, bro. Brown boxing, it's not like that. I see people don't like the underpaid, overpaid, but it's not outlanding. Jay Ocho says, we all have seen many videos of Spence saying he wants to fight and the fight will happen. We also seen many videos of him saying he want to take this route, that route, and every other route. You know what I'm saying? If he want to sit up there and blatantly said he wanted to take the easy route with Sean Porter, why wouldn't he? Why do people just totally ignore that now? When it came out, it was on everybody's timeline and people's making thumbnails. Oh shit, Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence meet up. And he basically told y'all, why wouldn't I take the easy route? So he said what Al Heyman mentioned all these other names, and Terrence said, oh, he didn't mention my name? Nope. I mean, and then they come up with all these other residual scenarios and shit as to why Errol Spence said he should take the easy route. Why wouldn't he? He has more titles than Crawford. But Crawford seems to be the more challenging opponent, right? So why didn't you take the fight when you had the opportunity? Because you want to take the easy route. You want to go the Porter route. And then you was hoping to get the Manny Pacquiao. You know, they reinstate him with the WBA title. You was hoping to slide over there so you can get that fight, so you can have them 3 titles heading into that fight with Terrence Crawford. That would have been your best bet to change up this energy that I'm getting, because your people out here just talking crazy. They just trying to hand deliver you shit you haven't earned yet. They can't hand deliver you the WBO title or PPV numbers. Allow the man to get paid what he's fucking worth, like you get paid what you worth. Make the fucking fight and stop talking about numbers all the fucking time. The only numbers that matters is when the bell ring and we in round 1. Finally, that's what they're gonna say. Finally, to all the fight fans in attendance, we are live. We are now witnessing history. 16 years in the making. Both fighters well in their late 40s. We're here to see Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford finally fight. Though it's an exhibition bout, wow. What could we be talking about if this fight would have happened back in 2021, 2022? Special shout out goes to World Combat Sports. I know he's 80 years old now, but hey, he still gets to see this fight through his cataracts. You know what I'm saying? I mean, motherfucker gonna fight. I mean, goddamn, dog. Shit. When is this motherfucker gonna happen, dog? Brown on boxing. We seen Bud say same thing, so we know both sides won't let it drop and the paycheck shit and pushing the fight. Yes, sir. It sounds good 60-40, but that's not getting the fight done. So you're gonna let the shit a 60-40, be the interim champion, when it comes to these conversations. 60-40 is the interim champion, which means nothing. That's what 60-40 is, the interim champion. Y'all hold on for a quick second. Yeah, y'all have to look at it this way. Shout out to Anthony Jones on deck too. Storm B man, check him out. Subscribe to his channel, man. Check him out. Be having fires content when it comes to boxing. Very educational brother. Look at it this way. Are we going to continue in the YTC to speak on the numbers when we have no affiliation to play a prominent role in it? We have no role playing in this negotiation process. We have nothing. So if you're sitting up here trying to validate a point on why these two individuals should fight and it's all about the money, then what the fuck are we talking about boxing then? If we're talking about the most popular nigga on planet Earth, why are we talking about damn boxing then? Let's just talk about reality TV and popularity. We shouldn't talk about boxing no more. Because what does it have to do with anything? This all going off hearsay and speculation. That's all we doing. We're talking about numbers that we are not privy to. We have no insight unless we're talking, we're going off what a trusted source has mentioned out here on social media. And those trusted source comes off familiarity. And we should basically fact check the trusted source to validate what we're putting out to our listeners. We heard Pugmire sit up here and say some stuff about Wilder and said he was down, mentally fragile and in a depressive state. And that wasn't true. But just because a trusted source mentioned it with no medical documentation, it doesn't make it validated. That doesn't make it facts. My point was, in my opinion, Bud was underpaid at Top Rank. Bud was top ranked number one guy in terms of views for his fights. Once again, Brown, I'm not saying you ain't making a solid point, right? But I'm looking at it like this when it comes to the fiasco that played out at Top Rank. I am not the one who's involved with the business aspect of Bud Crawford or any other boxer. So if Bob Arum wants to highlight the fact that he lost money on Bud, then do we hold Bud 100% accountable for something he only has a small percentage of influence in doing? Like, he has a person that speaks on his behalf. I'm not saying he's not there to know what's going on. I'm saying he has a person that's there for the negotiation process. For years and years, we've heard fighters that's in contracts that only get this amount, that amount. We've heard that several times over. Fighters only getting paid this amount, that amount. Somehow, some way, they're doing their own business. We're not doing the business for them. They're doing it. Whoever the team is, the manager, whoever that's up there negotiating this, they work that plan out for Bud. As much as I fuck with Bud, I don't have a hand in his motherfucking finance. I don't care. If I was to see him in person and I say, Bud, let's talk about the numbers you made at Top Rank. Is there any way you can discuss that? Do you have some pay stubs for me to then take a screenshot of, take a picture? He gonna look at me like you crazy. Like, what? Hell no, you ain't seeing no check stub that I got. And furthermore, I don't carry around check stubs. We don't see Errol Spencer's check stub. We don't see Terrence Crawford check stubs, bro. But back to what I was saying, it's not much in depth that I can go in, Brown, on boxing about that. Because at the end of the day, somebody negotiated for Bud with Top Rank. And the stuff that played out in the wash with Bob Arum say he lost enough money to buy a house in Beverly Hills. Well, guess what? I don't see, look at it this way. If Bud refused to promote himself, which he wasn't all enthusiastic about being in front of the camera, and if it resulted in him losing money, okay, I get it. Because not every fighter want to be in front of the camera and promote themselves. I get it, bro. He didn't want to promote himself. Bob Arum said he lost money. All right, cool, we got it. But now moving forward, now the situation is switched from Top Rank to who he may potentially sign with. You hear MTK basically floating on the surface. And then you hear freaking PBC and all this other shit. We don't have any concrete information on where he's going to sign and how much he's going to make when he does sign. But what does that have to do with the fucking fight? When are we going to hear the promo and see the flyer? The flyer. All the flyers is out here with Crawford and Spence is bogus ass flyers is coming from different damn media outlets with people just using damn their apps and software to create these flyers like they always do. When they make the flyer, Crawford Spence, and they put the date on there and it's under a promotion, then I'm going to get happy. I'm going to get excited. I'm going to say, shit, finally. It ain't going to be nothing else to talk about. Then we start bringing up, predictions. Okay, I'd rather go on predictions because predictions is opinions. But we're talking about based off a fight that's now in reality that's going to happen. So we take this fight that's going to happen. We talk about predictions. Cool. I'm cool with that. But don't talk about, Errol Spence should have took this fight. He should have got down pushed for Bud, to take that 40%. It should have been 50-50. That's out of the question now. That's irrelevant. That's done. It's moot. Move on. If it was about popularity, then we would be all be talking about Jake Paul but we are true boxing fans. There's some people out here that's talking about Jake Paul, and believe it or not, whenever I'm in person, I talk to these fighters about the Jake Paul situation. I'm not mentioning his brother Logan. You know, Logan, he was lucky to fight an exhibition bout where it didn't go on his record. You think you fighting Floyd Mayweather and the shit's going on your record, nigga? Come on, Logan Paul, you couldn't have been that stupid. But with Jake Paul, what Jake Paul is doing is it happens all the time in boxing, every week. Boxing is an annual sport, right? You have individuals from MMA coming over to boxing. They already participate in a professional sport. They get approved for a boxing license and they box. This is no different with Jake Paul, except he's actually fighting a legitimate Hall of Fame mixed martial artist, okay? And Tyron Woodley. So much to the fact that we're also finding out that there are clauses in these fights. You can fight a mixed martial artist in a boxing match, and it still goes on your box rec if it's a sanctioned bout. So what Jake Paul is able to do, he's trying to now get some legitimate competition for people to respect him more, but it's fizzing out a little bit. It's fizzing out a little bit with Jake Paul. Because for one, we already done seen Tyron Woodley fight Jake Paul. And if the rumors are true, there's no knockout clause, then what the fuck are we watching? We're just watching them move around. If there's no knockout clause, how are we to have any type of suspense and anxiety watching this fight? How do you want us to pay for something that there's one common denominator as to why we love watching boxing? The potential for the knockout. The potential for adversity. And when it comes down to this fight with no knockout clause, it's bullshit, dog. But I asked the fighters they're brown on boxing. I ask them, right? Do they really give a damn about Jake Paul? Do you think he's muddying the waters of boxing? You know, even though the waters stay muddy. Do you think people are going to frown upon the sport when it comes to the legitimate side of boxers with amateur pedigrees, putting in all this time and effort? And damn near every boxer that I talk to don't care. They say for him to get his money, they don't care. They do not care, y'all. So if the boxers don't care, World Combat Sports is not going to get on here and go against what they talking about. I'm not going against the grain, and they don't care. Now, if the boxers gave a damn about what Jake Paul was doing, getting all this money, and not being considered a legitimate boxer, then I would say, okay, let me talk my shit. You know, let me think about this, and let me voice my opinion. Because I really thought he was just walking on top of something, like on the hard work and sacrifice, blood, sweat, and tears of these boxers. He was just coming here from sitting behind a computer, being a Vines creator. Now, his popularity, he's making more money than fighters will ever make in their entire boxing career. Now, you kind of have a Spence, the Spence factor, where people are going off popularity with Jake Paul rather than looking at Tyron Woodley's established mixed martial arts career. They're going off popularity. Jake Paul is popular. He has this many followings. He's bringing the fans to the seats and all this other bullshit. He still sucks as a fighter, though. The reality is the business in all sports is more available to see because the numbers are being reported by media. None of them fights should be professional bouts. Michael, I totally get what you're saying, but from what I've seen on the sub tiers of boxing, how individuals are able to get off the couch, past medicals now. We talking about, I've seen everything from regular sports enthusiasts, like athletes from high school, you know, getting out of high school, haven't really taken up boxing, but they want to make some money, right? They're available. You see young youth out of high school stepping into the ring. Then I've seen individuals off the street, not out of high school, off the street, no education, You know, crackhead. I've seen crackheads in the ring. I've seen weed heads in the ring. They pass medicals. They pass medicals. They pass medicals and go in there and get slapped. And the fighter's jumping up on the second row. Yeah! Off with his head, motherfucker. Off with his motherfucking head. They up there cheering like they just defeated a 6-time world champion. This shit is never going to stop because it continues to happen. Like on the ground level, they can continue to plant the seeds. You have people getting off the couch. This is boxing. You're always going to have individuals that they consider bums being in the sport of boxing, because boxing, that's the way it produces traffic. It allows boxers to build up their record 5 to 10 wins off nobodies. That's the sport is not changing. I've seen crackheads step in the ring from different states. They couldn't wait to get in the ring and get knocked the fuck out so they can get their check, so I can go get some more crack. But on the higher on the higher tier, people look at it like, man, all I see is the real boxers. But those real boxers have some no names on their record. They have some crackheads on their record. Not all of them, but some of them. Not everybody can do what Teofimo Lopez did in 15 fights. I say this all the time just so it's fresh in people's memories. Not everybody is able to do what Teofimo was able to do in 15 fights. Not everybody is able to do what the Edgar Berlangas, Jahai Tuckers, you know what I'm saying? The Xander Zayas, the Keyshawn Davis. These cats is being on TV early in their career with a big name. So on TV, they have to go in there and perform. Not everybody can do this shit, dog. Not everybody can go and perform on the big stage and fight competition that's pretty damn relevant. That's not considered a YMCA off the street crackhead. Let me help this guy out. There you go, RV. There you go. I help you out. That's just my take on it. And shout out to Team Williams though. I don't see any difference in the amount of support. There's a lot of people that gather support, on that young warrior. He went in there and took a loss. It happens in boxing. So shout out to RV for bringing that up. Shout out to the casuals of the sport, and shout out to the assholes that sit up here and don't know shit about boxing and show up in your live chat. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them for showing World Combat Sports support. Real talk. Shout out to them. This shit ain't gonna never stop. Let me just play this soundbite again. How Coach was basically, once again, it's Jerome Ennis, right? Jerome Ennis, they want to throw on the doorstep of Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford. And then they want to say Virgil Ortiz. Do you see the trend when they put these Mexican fighters in the shoot for these black fighters? They're always talking about, well, they bring a whole country. Well, y'all blacks should be starting uniting then, goddammit. So they can say, oh, blacks is different than it was back then in 21. They banded together now all the way from here to Africa. If you don't have a union when it comes to this support of boxing, people look at black fighters and the only thing they saying, oh, well, they're doing PPV numbers. They don't never say they have a whole country behind them. But you can have Mexicans or Latinos that live internal to the U.S. for years, and they will always use the same thing. Well, they have a whole country behind them.
47. Who else been unified at 147? He ain't do nothing special.
Nobody
having 2 belts.
Nobody said he did anything special. What I do know is this though, and let me tell you some more facts. Errol Spence put more asses in the seat than Bud Crawford.
Here we go with the popularity bullshit. This is why I like to have this conversation. Here we go with the popularity bullshit.
I'm not finished.
Are we in fucking high school, y'all? Are we in high school, sir? We're not in
listen,
fucking high school.
listen.
I'm not saying I didn't start the fussing. I was like, go fight.
Oh my fucking god. This is high school shit. Oh my god.
Talking
Mr.
about
Popularity. You got it.
teacher.
He is Mr. Popularity. We got it. He is popular. He's the most popular nigga on planet Earth. You got it. Can we just talk about
That shit is classic, dog. I'm serious. I just have to damn replay that because it's classic. We get it. We get it. He's the most popular nigga on planet Earth. We get it. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, it's been close to 2.5 hours, man. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. Real talk. Shout out to the ones who pulled up in the chat. Can't get you all, but appreciate the ones who pulled up. And if there's indeed Corey Sanders, salute to him. Salute the Southern T Boxing, man. I know that's your how they call it, your co-op or your assistant that be on your channel. Y'all be sure to check out Southern T Boxing. Check out Knockout Boxing TV 86. Check out Stormy B who pulled up over here. Brown on Boxing. Check them out. You know what I'm saying? Tune in, man. Tune in to these brothers. And lastly, keep supporting WCS, man. I appreciate all y'all support and what you bring to the table as far as your knowledge and your input. And continue to support the channel. Turn up and tune in to World Combat Sports.